still here. But I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with this Streamlabs and this other boy. Come on back in Eagle's Web and sit your cell phone down. Yeah. Streamlabs has disconnected, but we should be back now, and I expect my web watchers to come back because now I missed out on the last part of questioning. So we're going to have to come back and get back into the questioning again. So y'all come on back in and we'll get back into the questioning, see if we can get this done. Come on in and have a seat. Sit your ass down. We want to talk about Street Fighter so far. And we try to determine who's actually good based off certain things. We didn't get into the personality of nothing like that yet. But good discussion about Bud, though. Good discussion about Bud. Yeah, it's a good discussion about Bud because everything makes a lot of sense about Bud. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense about Bud because Bud is effing up. Bud is effing up, and that's what it is. He's effing up by saying certain stuff. You can't make us believe. Well, most of us. Some of us you can. Oh, Bud's just that. He's all that. Yeah, but some of us you can't. You're not gonna just convince us that Bud is all that if he's not showing the colors that we need him to show. You know what I mean? It's like, Bud, why you ain't showing the right flag, man? That don't look like the flag that you told us you had at first. That's not the Biscuits flag. What flag is that? That's it, Gil. So what flag? Hey, Gil, so what flag do they carry if you gonna quit? If you giving up, what flag do you hold up? And I'm not picking on this fighter, but I am. Don't you like that kind of statement? I'm not picking on somebody, but I am. But Khan is one of the faces for the BCD, right? So can we also put another jacket on him? This is Jacket Web 2020. And we putting another jacket on Khan. So Khan, you got the white flag in the BCD. You and Kelbrook. Well, we gonna start, because I don't know, Eagles where we've been kind of getting away from adding stuff. We've been kind of getting away from adding stuff on the in Eagles Web. Eagles Web boxing. Eagles Web boxing when you want the real, not some deal. But in Eagles Web boxing, what we have not done for a little bit, the language, man, was just Eagles Web. We got our own culture as far as like little microculture with the language and everything else, but we haven't added anything now. So now we got to add the white flag. So the white flag fighters. And somebody gonna ask you, what are the white flag fighters? Oh, those are the fighters that quit. Khan, Brook, they're just no Moss fighters. Roberto Duran. Yeah, that's one of my favorite fighters though, but I understand. Yeah, and I know some things that supposedly that I had discussions with my Panamanian brothers and they were telling me, blah 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 blah. I'm not putting it out there because that's their business. But anyway, that's what they told me. They told me blah 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 blah, and that's why I quit. Okay, so I know you didn't get nothing out of that, but you should have got something out of it. You don't know what happened, but you still get something out of it. Yeah. I know Gil said I didn't even go in on Buddy. I just said what he said himself. That's it. I know. So a lot of fighters would see this is what happened, Gils. Is a lot of them, they pull the damn rug from underneath their own feet. It's like, why are you pulling the rug from underneath your own feet? Something got to be wrong with you, man. You gonna pull the rug from underneath your own feet? It's like, damn. It's like, is he? What they call it? Is he sabotaging his own career along with his promoter? See, now we end up talking about him. Said, don't make no sense, man. It's like you sabotaging, you and your promoter sabotaging your career, man. Do you really have that kind of money to sabotage your career right now? Because I don't even know. I don't keep up with him. I don't keep up with him personally. I don't sleep with him, Gil, so I don't know. You know, as far as his family, somebody said that he got a bunch of kids and everything else. But you still want to fight. Oh, I'm a Manny, man. And then what Don said, Don talking about he got it. Oh, man, he got the belt. I'm not even going to go in on Manny because I can, as far as everybody calling Manny great, Manny's not, to me, I don't care how many divisions he won. He's not a great fighter. He's a good fighter. He's very beatable. And to be great, you can't be just that beatable. You can't just, beatable. You getting in tough fights and then getting your ass knocked completely out. Or you got a tough fight and just get knocked completely out. And you really don't want the guy talking about coming back now. He already Hall of Fame. He talking about, man, I seen Eagles Way of Boxing. And I seen that knockdown. And I watched it over and over again. Let me come back and get some more of that. He want to come back and get some more. You're not that great when everybody just want to keep coming back for more and just they coming back for money. Yeah, there's different reasons people come back. They coming back, just to get the money. But I don't know what it is, Gil. He seems like he's sabotaging his own self. How are you sabotaging your own career? And this, to me, brother, it don't make sense that you're gonna sabotage your own career. Because you already got your promoter's already saying is already like throwing other fighters under the bus. It's not a draw. He's not bringing in the money that we need. Man, get out of here. Okay, so let me get this straight. So the one that everybody, so Mean Machines is bringing in better money than Mikey would have. Okay, let me go again. Okay, so Khan is bringing in more money than Mikey would. Okay, let me go and get. Oh, so Benavidez is bringing in more money than Mikey would. Oh, okay, let me go again. So Indago is bringing in more money than Mikey would. Okay, let me ask this again. Let me go in again. Oh, okay, so Horn is bringing in more money than Mikey would. How many fighters is that? Is that at least five or six fighters? Is that enough? Or do I have to? Or does the list? Do I have to keep going? I don't know, Gil. It sounds kind of like, you know what? And did Don get happy that the stream did? Did Don get happy all of a sudden? Don got happy because he's like, oh yeah, I'm safe now. The stream went out. I'm gonna pretend like I couldn't hook back up. Huh? Where you at, Don? You still got to be back in here. That's me. That's right. So Don is like, can't hear nothing no more. Don disappeared on me. He'll come back though. Don, he's still a warrior though. He's still a warrior. But we got to get him back in here. But so all those fighters right there, right? And so all those fighters that I just named, those fighters, is that what you're telling me, Bud? In Aram, that's what you're telling me? That those fighters there are a better draw. See, we never talk about it. But in Eagles Web, a lot of times so we get distracted, and but we still talk boxing, but we'll come back and get you later, though. Huh? Cause we on that, what's that principal's name? The one that was in Jersey? What's that principal? Dang, what? Oh, Lean on Me. What's the name of that? What's the name of the principal? But anyway, y'all know who I'm talking about. So we on that principles. Yeah. So we on that principle side. You know what I mean? Where the principal say, when he say stuff like, I ain't forget about you. I'm going to get back to you. Or parent. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to say parent. But like I said, we'll get back to you. You feel me? That we're gonna get back to you. Oh, let me get back to you on that. But we ain't gonna say, we're not gonna let you say let me get back to you on that. We're saying that. We're saying that I'm gonna get back to you. So in other words, there ain't no escaping, because I am gonna get back. I ain't forget about you. Oh, I ain't forget about you. You know what I mean? It's almost like in another person who said that was in the movie. This is actually one of my favorite movies. And I know it's somebody else's favorite movie too. That I used to mess with them. I used to, follow them, but I don't really mess with them that much. But A Soldier Story, and that's what Sarge said. Sergeant Walters said, "Oh, I ain't forget about you, boy." Yeah. And so that's what we saying, man. Ain't nobody forgot about you. Ain't nobody forgetting about you. Let me go and put this up. Let me put my ego up good too. Let me put my ego up good and get back, so I can get back to my show, man. Let me see. Gil said, Don, I don't like Bud. Yeah, see. When they put it out there themselves, though, Gil, they're putting it out there themselves. What are we supposed to do with you, man, if you're going to put it out there yourself, man? And we're trying to keep Eagles Web nice and clean. And Don Dada say back, he said, I speak for Don Dada at Gil Coles, his Sloop fam. That's right. Don Dada speak for himself, man. Yeah. But Don to the Dada, we ain't trying to see that. And I'm not talking about Bud himself, actually, but I'm talking about when it comes to his promoter. We not trying to, you see what I wrote down there? We not trying to see that. We not trying to hear that. But we going to speak about it at Eagles Web Boxing. We still speak about it, though. Because those fighters that I named, man, you're trying to tell me. So Ugas is a better draw than Mikey. I don't know how we got on Bud, but anyway, it's not that we don't like Bud, but this is, like I said, this is / mostly Aram, because Aram opened his mouth, and he always opened his mouth when he would see, and it's making me feel like, even though I play with this a lot, it's making me really feel, and I know people do really feel this way, but he is making us feel like he does that he does do this. Because Gil said, he's like, Crawford, get out of my office and go home. Go take care of all your kids. Just get out of here. I'll make the boxing decisions here. Take a walk. And see, that's really making us believe that, man. It's making us more understanding, because it's like, okay, so Undango is a bigger draw than Mikey. Gamboa is a bigger draw than Mikey. Right? Benavides is a bigger draw than Mikey. Khan is a bigger draw than Mikey. And Mean McDonald's is a bigger draw than Mikey. So that's where you get in trouble. You know, when you Bob Arum talking that smash, you know what I mean? That's where he gets himself in trouble. So it's not all on Crawford. But we're not. See, the thing is, that people don't disrespect and not like Crawford because of his boxing skills. He's a good fighter. Matter of fact, he is on the bubble of being great. But what happened is that freaking bubble is soft and it's never going to rise him up to the top. Because of things that he's saying and things that Arum is saying. I'm not saying he don't have those skills. But you got to get in there, man, in this show. You can't just, oh, he got hurt. No, man. You got to get in there. It don't matter. You go in there and do what you got to. If you got to go in there and whoop somebody's ass, beat somebody up, then go do it. And I'm not going to sit there and agree with that either, Don, when you say Mikey and EJ need $20 million to fight T-Bud. EJ needs some dollars, man, before he moves up, because then he got to establish all over again. Not completely, because he's known as a welterweight, but he's gonna be in the same boat that Bud's in, because Bud moved up. You know what I mean? I hope everybody understands what I mean, because sometimes you can't. Earl's superstar status, but Earl he needs to get the money down here. If Earl gets that fight to where he can beat Bud, if he gets that fight, then he's not gonna really give him that much of a name. His status will go up just a little bit. And the reason his status is go up because a lot of people think Danny never lost a fight. They think, even though he lost, they all, oh no, he's undefeated. Yeah, people did actually fight for that, you know. Shit, but whatever history says, or whatever they write down in that damn book, that's what it is, baby. So that's what it is. You're not gonna be able to change that. But then now, old slick talking Bob he more or less killed that Earl fight with Danny. He's making people not want to see it. He didn't trash Daddy. Not Danny, but Mikey. He didn't trash Mikey. No, but not Danny. But he's making it seem like, the other fighters too, though. I can put Danny in there with that, because Danny's kind of like I say, he's on that soft bubble too. He's not gonna rise up. But he's doing a lot of talking, though. Danny does talk good. He's talking about, you supposed to be the best, because he talked to Crawford, and I played it for everybody. You supposed to be the best. You the pound for pound. Show me the money. Let's get it done. So is it fair to say that Bud don't have the money? Or he's not going to be allowed to have the money that he needs to fight fighters like Danny and Earl? And he's not going to be able to fight Pacquiao. That's the whole thing. Everybody wants to fight Pacquiao, and Bud wants to fight him, but he's not going to be able to fight him, though. Because Bob don't want nobody fighting Pacquiao. I'm trying to think, who's the safest fighter that Bob would want, that's okay for, that Bob wouldn't have no problem with if they fought Pacquiao or not. It wouldn't be Ugas. It wouldn't be Crawford. It wouldn't be EJ. But Pacquiao's fighting, but Bob don't have no influence over Pacquiao himself right now, because Pacquiao's like, yeah, I still want EJ, because he's looking at money, but he wants Floyd more than anybody. Now you're looking for somebody who's retired more than anybody else, and I got a problem with that. Okay, so let's keep going. So if you don't get a fight with one of those that I just mentioned, you're not gonna fight Sean, you're not gonna fight. Ooh, come on now. Then how is your hair? Somebody explain to me, how is his career being helped when he's on this old other stuff, man? Explain that to me. Down to the dollar. You speak for yourself. Explain to me, and don't say something like, oh, nobody wants to fight. Don't say something like that somebody don't want to fight him. But let us know, as a chat, let us know, how is the things just transpiring? How is that helping Bud's? Because we always got to talk about brands, right? How's that helping his brand out? And let me read. You wrote a couple of things. I'm not able to defend Bum Aram because he don't fight. I can't defend. I never did. I don't like him. I don't like him or E Snake. But I'm just calling this. He makes his attitude to where he doesn't want friends. He don't want nobody to like him. If you think about it, he doesn't. He's at the age where he don't really care. He's an old man, so he don't care. And when I say old, I just mean because people say people are old. There's no really such thing as age in the first place. There's just such thing as you just being here. That's it. You're just here from night to day. There's no time frame on it. The only thing that's timed is your heart beating. That's the only thing that there's a time on it. Nobody knows when that's gonna stop. Yeah. But all this revolving and all that stuff, all that does is make you go in a circle. Anything in a circle is confusing. Anything that's a circle is a bunch of confusion. Even if you diagram stuff with circles, you're gonna probably make it confusing. Because to get to one point, I've always heard that to get from one point, like point A to point B, that a straight line is your surest bet. But when you're not even going around in a circle, but the circle's confusing, but when you're not even going around in circles, you done made a figure 8 or something else. You done came up with your own kind of geometry and came up with a shape that nobody can figure out. Oh, no, I'm not going to fight this fighter. Oh, this fighter, this is going to do this to my career. That I don't know. Yeah. Mike and EJ need 20 million. Yeah, I read that. Yeah. If they chicken run from EJ at 54. Yeah. I'm going 60-40 for banana bread. That'll be a tough ass fight for Earl. That's a good one though. And I ain't never heard nobody bring that one up, but that's a good fight. That's a good fight right there at down to the dot. That's a good fight because I don't that guy's big now. Old salted banana, whatever that. It's not really a banana. He's actually tricked people to make him think he was a banana, but he's not. He's not that kind of banana. He's a hard banana. He's not no soft, mushy type banana. That'd just be rough because I see a lot of damage being done in that fight. Earl's gonna take some punishment too, but Earl will probably get the W. But a fight like that, I would rather. For me, it's better for him to fight anybody else, like the Harrisons and the J Rocks and the Gerald Hurds. Because this guy, the matchup, the style, I don't like the style. He's gonna be sitting there trading and stuff. Earl has to hurt him. Like you have to hurt him, like often, with his new outlook of fighting, his physicality. And then because I did listen to that fighter. I listened to the fighter himself. The fight, and just like Gil Cole's listening to what Bud said. So I listened to what Banana said. Banana is like, I've never been in shape for fights and never had the proper training. But he got that extra time and stuff and got that training in and went in and showed like shit. This is what I look like. It kind of reminds me of what Tyson said when. Not Tyson Fury, Mike Tyson, what he said one time when he was like in great shape, and he said, when I'm in great shape and my mind's right, he said, can't nobody hurt him. And that's when I think that was the first fight it was the first or second fight when he fought Razor Ruddock. And he was getting hit with stuff that puts bulls to sleep. Oh my God, and then touching his chin like, yeah, that was a good one, but get me in the chin with another one. God dang, are you serious? But that does damage to you afterwards, but are you kidding me, man? I wouldn't know I don't know if I could recall my boxing skill set, taking an uppercut from a guy that hits that hard, my boxing skill set might have left. They knock the boxing skill set out of you when you get hit that hard, man. Y'all see people lose their boxing skill set when they get hit hard like that. And we seen J-Rock. J-Rock he lost his boxing IQ. Once Banana hit him, that whole boxing IQ, he was like, oh, white flag time. Save me. So we're going to have some new ones. We're going to have white, like I said, white flag fighters. That's our new thing. We're going to have white flag fighters. And we didn't get the chance to talk about many of them because we talked about Rube. Let me throw another one out there. Let me throw Gil's fighter out there. So Keith. Oh, Keith. So is Keith, is he a good fighter? And is Danny, I'm putting a bunch of them out. Is Danny a good fighter? Let's jump up. Is Jermel, is he a good fighter? Is Jamal, is he a good fighter? Is Plant a good fighter? Is Benavidez a good fighter? Now I'm talking about the bigger Benavidez, not the smaller one. Huh? Is Andrew Ruiz, is he a good fighter? So that's what we're trying to label. We're trying to establish which one's the fighters. And I know I gave you a list like I like to do because I'm all over the place, and we'll break them all down. Yeah. And then Don Dottie right back. He said Bum wanted to promote Made Pack 2. That might be what it is. That's why he don't want Manny to get knocked smooth out. Because if Manny goes to him, and that's good thinking. That's a grown thought right there. So I give Don Dottie the thumbs to the up on that one because that's good thinking. Because see, when y'all start thinking like that, then I like it. Because grown folks chat. We don't sit back and just listen to what somebody's gonna say. We gotta look at what the snake is doing. It's like, what is he doing? Why is he not interested in anybody fighting Manny? Because Manny's talking about going back to him. And if Manny go to him, then his payback is to fight MTM, get that fat bag, because Bob would be even fatter. Because I don't know if Bob has as much money as Floyd Mayweather does. He may, because he's been in business for a long, long time. He may have a lot. I don't know. I don't check stuff like that. I ain't check Forbes or nothing like that. I don't know. I ain't really interested in their pockets, but that's a good one. Yeah. He want that May pack. That's it. But if May don't come back, Pac might have to just pack that shit in. But Pac need money. That's why he's still here. And that's why it's taking so long for him to even make an announcement, because it's like he need money, but he's like, damn, I don't know. I might just have to get the money from the poor people that I gave money to or something. I don't know. Because they'll give him a couple of pesos or whatever. They'll give him some dollars to get him back floating. Yep. Bum. He said Bum, Eddie, and Al, all the same too to me. Yeah, they all the same. If Bud ain't getting the promotions he deserves, why he resigned to Top Rank, and that come from Gil Coles, making sense. But I'm not gonna beat that dog up no more, because everybody has smashed that. Everybody has smashed that into the ground, Gil. They're like, well, what you doing with him? What you doing over there? It's always like this. It's always, why is somebody somewhere else? Why are you over there if you don't want to be there, or if it's not a good place for you to be? Why your ass over there? See, you got to make sense to us in order for us to have respect for you. When you start doing shit that don't make sense, then you make us we're like, shit, how we going to have respect for you if you're doing stuff that don't make sense? Like, you doing some shit that don't make sense. You see what I mean? So, do something that makes sense. Don't do something that don't make sense. And a lot of shit you're doing ain't making sense. So you need to talk to your boy. That's why people say, yeah, you need to talk to your boy, or you need to talk to your girl. You need to talk to your boy. And how many shows have we done where I had to do the finger and everything else? And when I say the finger, this one here. Yeah. To where we had to just like clown Bud to like, come on, Bud. Come see Eagles Web and then go see Aram and get this shit straightened out, man. That's your career, man. Yeah, but if he ain't getting the promotion right there, yeah, why sign with him? That's what Gil say. Daughter said, he said, if Eagle hits someone without a contract, he said it's an he said it's an assault. Assault somebody with assault for the money, huh? Is that what it is, daughter? Assault. Hey, I keep my hands to myself though, man. I don't. It's been a couple times I wanted to put hands, but Eagle is okay, man. Because I've been at home for a couple of years now. I've been back safe at home for the last few years, so I'm good. I don't need to go anywhere else. I don't need to wear anybody's colors. I don't need to wear no orange or nothing like that. And plus, them bastards always, I'm big, so they always give me the fat boy size. So I end up with that big ass shit where it's big enough on top, but the pants are like, you know what I mean? If I get pants, it's cool. I don't care if they're big, but if you get the whole suit shit, it's like the top is fits, but the bottom is like huge. Like an elephant can put his legs up in there. You know what I mean? But it's kind of, you learn stuff though. It's good. It's some cool stuff that that people do. I remember this dude was in there. I was like, what? He's out there. He's playing basketball, and so they have learned how to take a few threads at a time out of socks and out of the clothing, and they make a strap for the back of the flip flops so they can play basketball. Ingenious thinking. No, good. He said, I separate boxing from business. But boxing is a business too. And you in the boxing business, it's a game, it's entertainment, and it's a sport. And all those things are, even though parts of them, they're separate, when it comes down to it, everybody want that dollar. Michael Johnson boxing talking more. He said, what it do, folk? You already know what it do, man. It always does the same thing, man. It does it a different way at a different time, but it's the same thing. Just like the eagle, man. The eagle go down, and if he gonna get a salmon, he gonna get it. Same time of day. It's gonna be a different salmon, but he going to get him. He's like, I'm coming out the sky to come get you, baby. Same thing with eagle right here. If we come out the sky to come get you, and what we want is to know is, I don't know how many fighters I named. Too many, about 10 fighters. But which fighters are actually good? And this is not my attempt to start weeding out fighters so we won't want to see them no more. Because I'm not interested in, like, this is just a topic, but I'm interested in good fights. I'm not necessarily, I don't care if you're a good fighter, because sometimes you can have a fighter in there that's a fair fighter. And it's like, God dang, he's making this fight. It's just too much. Why is he doing so good? It's just like the cherry pick that went wrong with J-Rock, right? Thought that was just a fair fighter. Oh, he fair. He been put out or whatever. It's not, see. But you didn't listen to his story. He was able to get in shape for you. And you seen, but well, we already seen when you was fighting, you was doing good, but your goodness wasn't doing nothing to him. See, that's when you know you're in trouble. When all the good that you're doing is not doing nothing to the other fighter as a fighter, that's when you know, like, oh shit. That's when it's good. That's when you have to be a great fighter. That's why you need that, all those different levels. Like, okay, I'm on plan A. Oh shit. What about the B and C? We didn't make a B and C for him, because all we did was see through him with the A. That's why you need that B. You need that C. And you needed that. Ain't that crazy how it comes out like that, the B, C, D? Yeah, you need a B, C, D, and maybe an E. A B, C, D, and an E in order to get these fights done, to win every fight. Because a fighter, people like look at like, where'd he come from? No, he's still just a like a B level or something like that. If you want to put labels on him, he's still just a fair fighter. But he had a good fight against your fighter. because of the things I aforementioned, is a lot of times that you get into a brawl in a fight and the guy can't do nothing. Yeah. And a lot of people like to take the first punch. A lot of times I don't want to throw first because I always get in trouble if I throw a punch first. They always come with the 2 pairs of handcuffs for my ass. You know what I mean? If I throw a punch first, believe me, they bringing out 2 pairs of handcuffs just for me. If I throw the first punch. But you can't always take the first punch. Because one of my boys got a tooth knocked out for taking the first punch. He said, I don't never take first punches no more. He said, if I get in a fight, he said, I'm the first one throwing those things. I'm like, I said, I don't blame you, man, especially get your grill busted up like that. He said, nah, I'm throwing them things first, man. He said, I ain't never getting suckered no more. He said, I ain't never getting suckered no more, man. But as soon as they get there, they are, I mean, and this is, I'm sorry, I got to bring stuff like this up, man. I'm sorry, but I'm not. But when you show up, man, right away and you start, the first thing you want to do as a representative of law, the first thing you do is you want to assess the situation, man. But a lot of times they don't come up, they don't want to assess the situation. They just see you and handcuffs start coming out or something. They want to start breaking, they want to start breaking the law right away. How you going to just come out right away and violate people's rights, man? They right away. Because where's your ID? Or you got ID on you and stuff like that? I mean, come in. I got ID. I don't need no ID to be standing outside. Well, I need special papers. This ain't another country. I don't need a passport. What is this? And I got that mouthpiece too, because I be going off, man. What are you trying to say, man? Am I entering into another country? I need ID, passport, what? Just walking around, man. It's free, man. You're supposed to have freedom of movement. That's in your Constitution. You're supposed to have the freedom to move around, the freedom to say stuff. The whole pursuit of happiness. How you got to pursue the happiness when you got somebody always trying to clog up your happiness? Out of here. That's a different subject. But my smart people or the intelligent people will get that, and they understand what the eagle is saying to them. They'll die right back at it again. He said they all can fight, but most talk too much for me to support. All the fighters that I was naming, yeah. But that's what it is, though, today in boxing, man. We talked about that. I don't know if you was here for the show, but we talked about and that's why we got to, I'm going to start bringing stuff up that I talked about like months past, because some people miss it. So a lot of times, remember we talked about whose brand do you trust? Because y'all know we cover it all in Eagles Way. We're going to cover, the whole, like, we're not going to get into the money and business like that. But we'll talk about, what's selling boxing right now. Everybody's brand. Well, whose brand do we trust? It's like back then when I talked about whose brand do we trust? And I was asking, do we trust the Rougarou brand right now? It was only a couple of people that we trusted their brand. We trusted Deontay Wilder's brand. We trusted EJ's brand. Didn't really trust Sean's brand because Sean's suspect personality, so I don't really trust his brand. But can we trust Bud's brand? Can we trust Rougarou's brand? What about Loma Stinkle? That little pink dwarf with the sausage arms. Can we actually trust his brand? And I think they branded Haney and said we can trust Haney's brand. And a lot of people are putting Stevenson up there right now too, so we can trust Stevenson's brand. I don't know. I'm not 100% sold on anybody's brand anyway. You guys already know that. I'm like, my eggs don't all go in one basket. Got to keep a couple of hard-boiled ones in my pocket just to make sure. Because the eggs end up broken and you scrambling, you don't know what to do. Oh, shit. What happened? Yeah, of course you don't know what to do. Of course you don't know what to do because you didn't see it. Blindsided. Like that movie, Blindside. Yep. The Blind Side. Which was about who? Trivia question outside of boxing for basketball. Who was the real player that was depicted in The Blind Side? I'll give you one hint. His professional... Oh, no, that's too much of a hint. Okay, I'll still give it to you. He was a Dallas Cowboy. There we go. Let's put it like this. Outside of boxing talk. Let me see. Okay, salute. Now, first time I have brought it up. Who is Keith's promoter? Where Gil at? Is Gil in here? All right, Gil. He's getting on your boy again. He said, by the way, who's promoting Keith? I just had to drop my head on that one. Go ahead and shoot that over to shoot that over to Gil. See what he say. Gil not gonna like you, man. Gil, give it to him, Gil. Gil like, oh, don't want to talk. Gil might have disappeared. Yep. He might not want to. Yeah, he might not want to talk. He might not want to talk about it. But we know who is not. Yep. We know who is not, right? We know who is not his promoter. We know the snake is not. Yeah. But I don't know if Keith Thurman Promotions is actually killing Keith Thurman. Yeah. And then back to what Don was saying. I don't know. So, because Bob is kind of sneaky. So, Keith Thurman. So, Keefe's Promotions. But Bob is kind of sneaky because Bob, he will throw a lot of stuff out there. Because remember, okay, this last year, because Bob threw out the whole thing that Manny should not be fighting anymore because he took a lot of punishment against Keefe. But then in our same conversation, we're just thinking that, hey, Bob want that Manny money against Mayweather. See? And that's why it's hard to keep up with these. That's why it's hard to keep up with those, man. It's hard to keep up with that. The fangs in that split. That little fork. The tongue that comes out and just like, well, what did he say? That don't sound right. See. So when we look at that, then it's like, which way do you go? So he's saying one thing, but then he's switching up. He's saying something else. And I'm not saying we don't all say different stuff, because sometimes things will make us say something different. We might want to say things one way and then we can't. It's like, oh man, I can't even say that now. I thought your boy was it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody get us all hyped up and we thinking about, we're thinking about a fighter. So, because just on hype alone. And I tried not to do this, but I've actually got all hyped up over somebody that I really didn't see very many fights. And then they got better and, oh yeah, they good, such and such, boom. Oh my goodness. And see, the one I didn't fall for, that a lot didn't see. Now be honest with me if you fell for this or not. Don't try to lie. Don't lie. If you fell for it, just say, yeah, they got me. If they didn't get you, then they didn't. But who fell? Did any of you fall for the Chocolatito? The hype? No, but that's not the real. They said that. You said John Ogden. No, The Blind Side. I just told you who it was, man. Offensive lineman. There was completely crazy. Y'all just look it up for you. The fastest man over 300 pounds in the NFL. And I'm going to tell y'all watch, there's a play where the ball got intercepted. And I'm telling you, dude was in the middle of the field. He was in the middle of the field. And he ran. This shit is crazy. He was at a standstill. The runner that got the ball was already running. And he was already on the sideline. from a dead stop, he ran his ass down and tackled him. And was supposed to been able to like bench press like over 700 pounds. This a monster. Yes. That was Allen. Mm-hmm. He's a beast. That's it. That's the real person. Gil laugh. Gil said when you ask Todd who Bob fighting, he bring up Money and Bob. Oh, is that a? Hey, that sound like a detraction, man. That sound like I'm going somewhere else with this. I'm getting out of here. Don't run from Gil. Tell him Gil don't run from you. Yeah, don't run. Tell him Gil, don't you run from Gil. Yeah, don't run from Gil. Gil got you. Gil got your ass on the run. Nah, but Don ain't trying to run from nobody. Don ain't trying to run. Yeah. But back to what I said before. Back to here's another point that I made though. We talking about good fighters, but the whole brand thing. Who we trust? Yeah. So who you guys believing in? So now this for Don too though. Okay, so Don, so is that your choice for like? I mean, I know you like Bud a lot, but is that your choice? And when I say choice, I mean are you gonna stick? Are you sticking with that brand? Are you just so far behind that brand that, you know what I mean? It's like, well, I'm behind this brand. I'm going to stick with it. And you already know me, man. I'm not that type. But I'm going to let you know, if I'm with somebody's brand, but I'm not going to just commit. You feel me? I'm not going to just commit to like 100% on nobody. I just don't. I'm just not going to be down like that. And Gil's just cold. The Gil said that you running from questions. You ducking, man. Hey, don't come in Eagles' way of ducking though, because this is supposed to be a topic, man. Our topic is supposed to be about the good, like good fighters. So don't run from the topic. And I'm seeing Bananas right now, and yes, he proves different. He's a good fighter. J-Rock is a good fighter. To me, that's a good fighter. Harrison is a good fighter. Now we're not cutting them down. We're not going to talk about the other issues that they have. But J-Rock is a good fighter. Somebody like Plant is a good fighter. But I got stuff so don't think that I feel like these fighters is great, because when they get exposed, we're not going to that point. And we already know how I feel about Benavidez. He's not even a good fighter to me, so I'm not gonna put him on the list. But Sean Porter is a good fighter. Manny Pacquiao at this point is a good fighter. Bud Crawford at this point is a good fighter. Mikey Garcia at this point is a good fighter. Danny Garcia at this point is a good fighter. See? Anthony Joshua at this point is a good fighter. When I say good, I can give minuses too. Like, it's like you're good, but And so, well, Keith Thurman is a good fighter. Okay. Deontay Wilder is a good fighter. But that doesn't take away, because you guys know that I still have, I'm still gonna have, my top of the mountain. So I'm still gonna have this up. Now, yeah, I took some people out. I mean, they're still there, but yeah, I took one out because we gotta see what he's gonna do. I'll put him back up. And see, and that's how I'm not. That's how you can tell I'm not against fighters. Is because I put this up and you see the fighters are still there, even though I said this is a good fighter. This is a good fighter, and that, even though I say that, this is a whole different thing to have them on my champ mountain. But they're just good fighters. I didn't say nobody on my champs mountain was not above good, but I was just letting you know who was good. Oh, I got somebody hidden. Let me unhide. Not this unhide, but let me move this over just a little bit. I don't know how this stuff gets messed up like this, but it gets messed up. But who? So I'm gonna read what you wrote though, because I know you rocking somebody's brand. It's just hard for me to just get branded with people like, oh yeah. Hey, don't get me all hyped up and shit, and then see, because you're gonna get in here. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna hype somebody up, and what's gonna happen is they gonna get back up in here, and then that's gonna be all over with for him. I'm like, oh, now I gotta destroy him. There Gil goes again. He said, I trust Thurman when he says he's coming back to dominate 147. First of all, you can back up out of that dominate. You can just back up out of where you said dominate 147, because I know how he wants to make those fights. Okay, but he's not gonna dominate. He's never dominated the top fighter. So he ain't gonna do some shit that he haven't never been doing. So get your ass out here with that. And Luis Ortiz is a good fighter. He's on the verge of greatness when they finally give him a chance. Then he'll be on the verge of greatness. But they're not gonna give him a chance. They're gonna just talk all kind of shit and all that. Oh yeah, I don't see what. And this is how you know when you're good. I don't care. You guys gonna keep bringing up how he got knocked out and all that and the resume, blah blah blah. I don't want to hear that shit. Because the Pillsbury Doughboy on Mr. Marshmallow Smashdown, he lost. Right? He might not have got knocked out. See? And what I just asked you, man. I just asked you. But you starting stuff with the boss. You a champ. But I'm the champion, okay? So watch yourself. So because you're good, like I said, you got to take that next step to become great. Because all this branding stuff right now, what it does is it kills us. Because you're this branding, you're saying your brand, and you got everybody falling for you. And then you do some slip-ups. You do some kind of slip-up. That's right, I said slips-up. Yeah, my language is all twisted up. Y'all already know, man. Because I got too much going on, man. This is what happens when you bring Jersey and St. Louis together. That's what happens. You bring Jersey and St. Louis together, you end up with Eagles Web. You end up with Iroquois, and you end up with Cheyenne. That's what you end up with. Let me see. Well, sorry about that, Gil. I was looking around for it because a lot of times, like, I can't keep everything here. You guys want me to keep everything here. I can't keep every single thing up in here. Gil say, play the flute. I can't play the flute, man. I am going to, and who knows? I might do something for the show or whatnot. Maybe during the show or at the show. But wait until Roro. Once Roro fizzles out, maybe the heat will kill Roro. And we can get back to doing what we do, man. And we'll have more fun. But we're gonna have more of a discussion. We gotta cover this again because it wasn't enough participants. And Gil always runs everybody off. Gil, they scared of you. I'm just speaking for Gil. Y'all can come back and beat Gil up if you want to. But right now I'm just thinking that my champ got everybody scared. They don't want the smoke. They don't want the heat. They don't want nothing. They don't want no parts of Gil. So it is what it is, man. Gil's brand is just too big for them. And they just don't want nothing. Oh, no, that's Gil. See, y'all don't want him, but I tear Gil's ass up, though. See, that's the difference. Oh, maybe because it's my show. I don't know. I still tear him up. If it wasn't my show, I still get him, though. Y'all probably never seen me outside of my show. The things I'll go, if I go in a chat, people chase me into my show because of stuff I say in another chat. I be going off, man. They don't even want to read my comments because I be tearing people a complete new one. Not that I'm really like that. I just do it just to have fun. I'm kind of like, I'm not trolling because I'm sticking on top and all that, but I'm just going off on like people coming in and detracting. Yeah, I'm the worst person to have in a chat. If somebody come in saying something, I go off like, it don't tell. I'm a quicker fuse than Gil. Poof. I'm just automatically going on, man. Don't be coming in the chat saying all that stuff and blah, blah. I'm on them. You know what I mean? Because for us, it's always the respect, man. Always respect, the chat holes, always respect just the chat itself. You know what I mean? If you bring yourself in there, always respect the chat, though. But anyway, man, we're going to get back to it, man. I don't know if I'm going to show out tomorrow. I may just start, just because of this Roro. I might start. Y'all let me know, man. Y'all can email me or something like that. But I might just start doing Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, until this Roro is over with. And then we get back to it, Eagles Web Boxing. Once we get somebody in there throwing them hands, we get somebody in there throwing them gloves real good, then we'll talk about it. But anyway, I'm going to get up out of here, man. So my shout out to all the real people that I see. And my shout out to all y'all that mess with me, man. In this Roro time, man, nothing but blessings. That's right. I'm going to catch y'all, man.